Hey there, happy day 1102 of What You Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting my journey as I transition from the brick and mortar world to the online world of business over the last couple of years. And sharing my journey on video, primarily because I'm visually challenged and it's easier for me to do a video and talk about what I'm doing every day than it is to write out or blog or do anything like that. I used to have a blog. I still have a blog where my videos are posted, but I believe they're being posted as some weird frame and that I need to get somebody to go in and change that for me so that they actually show the video frame instead of like a bunch of gibbly gobbly goop language. But it's done automatically, so I don't even know how to go about fixing that. I will figure it out, or I will have somebody figure it out. But for right now, I still have a blog, but I don't use it because I don't have the wherewithal to figure out how to go in and make it work. I'm not sure that's working at all. Magnifying glasses are a girl's best friend. The necessity is the mother of invention was our supersize your business idiom for today, our proverb today. Necessity is the mother of invention. One of my very favorite all-time expressions and sayings, and maybe it's just a core belief of mine, that we always figure things out. We will figure things out no matter what. And the more urgent, the more necessary it is that we come up with a solution, the more likely we are to come up with a solution quickly and easily. Maybe not easily. I don't know that coming up with solutions is ever really easy. Sometimes the more we practice, the better we get at it. But the more urgent a situation is, think COVID-19. I mean, or, last year, 2020, the entire year was one massive problem-solving experience for the vast majority of the population. How am I going to run my business when it's been shut down? How am I going to teach my kids when the schools are shut down? How are we all going to live together under one roof without killing each other? Families have spent more time together in 2020 than all the cumulative years they've been together previously, just because of the nature of what happened with everyone being home. People have been around each other, and that showed strengths in relationships, but it also highlighted weaknesses in relationships. If you were in a troubled relationship and you were forced to be together all the time, you either figured out the troubles or the troubles got worse and destroyed the relationship. And it isn't just one or the other, but you might still be struggling with that. But necessity is the mother of invention. When we have to figure stuff out, we figure stuff out. Magnifying glasses, every invention, everything around us, every mug, every cup of coffee, every piece of paper, every notebook, everything around us is because somebody had an idea to create something. And it's so, I love thinking about that every once in a while. And sometimes we just forget. We take so much in our life for granted. But sometimes I like to just sit back and think, oh my gosh, if it weren't for somebody inventing teddy bears, I would not be surrounded by this collection of strange bears. Someday I'll explain why I'm surrounded by a selection of strange bears, but for right now, it doesn't really matter. So necessity is the mother of invention. Love that expression. Love to know your experience with that expression. I think it's a really powerful one. Today was actually day 3 of our Get Up and Go challenge. This is the 6th 30-day plus Get Up and Go challenge that I have led and done myself as well for a lot of reasons. And today we talked about what's WIIFU, what's in it for you to do challenges, to embrace change as an inevitable part of life and move forward, making change your friend instead of your enemy. There's a lot of people that push against change, right? And that avoid change at all costs and procrastinate and put it off and do whatever they can to avoid change. Yet it's going to come anyway, no matter what. We can be assured that things always change. All we have to do is look at nature as an example. Seasons change. Everything changes. Flowers grow and die, right? Plants grow and die. Oceans come and go, right? The tides come and go. Everything in nature changes. So why would we think that we can avoid that? We really are not able to avoid and alleviate change. We're going to have to just figure out how to roll and flow with it and make it something that works in our favor instead of against us. Day 34, I want to say, the centering challenge. Doing one thing every day that centers you is my 365-day challenge for this year. And I believe it was day 34. Yep, day 34. So it gets, the first month of the year is always really easy because it's 1 through the date of the year. But then after that, it's what day of the year is it? So today is actually day 34 of 2021, if you didn't know that. When I was in manufacturing, we used to use Julian date, which was the number of the day of the year. And so we used to actually count, and that we'd always know what day of the year it was, which was kind of fun, but I haven't done that for decades. So it's a little bit more of a challenge. That's why I have to write it down, or I will never remember what day we're on. But today's centering was all about hope and about being present in the moment and remembering to enjoy the moment and feel good about it. It was yesterday, and today was all about hope. What do you hope the moment is going to bring for you? It's about, to me, hope is about expectation. And we hope and we expect positive things to happen. And so if we expect positive things to happen, they're more likely to happen than if we expect negative things to happen. That's why we feed the things we want with all kinds of energy and thoughts and feelings, and we negate, or we don't give any energy to the things that we don't want. Much easier said than done, I realize. So what's in it for you was the topic of the Get Up and Go challenge. And then we talked about, our tool today was set point, having a set point. Each and every one of us have a set point where we feel comfortable. And we do that with absolutely every area and aspect of our life with respect to a result that we want. And we also do it with our feelings and our emotions and how we react to things. So today we applied the set point concept to our overall feeling and reaction to challenges or change. And we looked at where was it at the beginning of the year, and then where is it now at the beginning of this challenge. And guess what? At the end of the challenge, we'll probably look at again and see if there was a change in our comfort level with respect to, and our comfort level set point with respect to handling changes and challenges. And I think that mine will go up again. Kind of sunk a little bit for me in January. Why? Because I let things bother me that normally just bounce right off. And so part of my personal challenge in this Get Up and Go challenge is to go back to all of the things that protect me from letting things outside of me bother me. Because we all know intellectually that things outside of us, we don't have to let them bother us. We don't have to let them annoy us or irritate us or cause any type of negative emotion in us. But every once in a while, certain things, drill away at us and seep in. It just means there's things from my past that I haven't let go of all the way, or that I haven't, we always think we've let go of things, but then other things will pop up and remind us of those things that we haven't 100% released those feelings or gotten rid of those. Usually they're fear-based, right? Always boils down to some kind of a fear or insecurity. Insecurity is fear, right? Doubt, worry, anger, frustration, those are all fear. Procrastination, even perfectionism is actually just fear of not being good enough. There's that one again. That one's come up my entire life. And so every time I think I've dealt with it, something will come up that will happen. And it usually involves other people being mean, because I don't understand why people ever want to be mean, right? I just don't get it. But people, for some reason, didn't learn the lesson in kindergarten that you treat other people the way you want to be treated, and you give into the world, and you give what you want to receive. So just little lessons that I'm glad my granddaughter's learning in kindergarten. They're still teaching them. Everybody just doesn't always get it and continue to get it. And it depends on their experiences and their environment. I get that. We're all victims to something, but we don't have to be victims. We can be victimized, but we don't have to choose to continue to be victims. So that's it. Those are the things I'm working on today. I'm still going to catch up. I'm working on a couple of other people's challenges, and people do challenges differently, but a lot of people do challenges where they share like an hour of content every single day. And, maybe it's just a 14-day challenge, but an hour of content every day. For some of us that are busy, it's hard to work in to doing other people's challenges that way. And if it's an hour of content, great. But usually it's 10 minutes of content and 50 minutes of telling you what they're going to tell you, then 10 minutes of content, then, 30 minutes of selling you the thing that they're trying to sell you. And so to each his own. That's a great marketing tool. But for me, it's about, hey, here's your 10 minutes of content. Might have been over 10 minutes today. I'm not sure how long I talk. Sometimes when I give more examples, I go over the 10-minute mark. But my goal is keep it around 10 minutes or less, and then just give them a quick tool that they can use and they can explore more if they want to or ask questions about, and an example of how to use it, and then an action item for the day, a quick and easy action item for today. That's how I do my challenges. That's it. That's all I've got. Have an absolutely amazing day. If I can help you in any way, ask in the comments below. I'll sneak in between all my normal stuff and challenges. But otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow. Bye. Take care.